Okay, so these right here are some Fender Flares off of a Jeep Liberty. It's my buddy Justin's Jeep, and when he originally got the Jeep, he put wide wheels on it and cut the Fender Flares and kind of instantly regretted it. Got rid of the Fender Flares, got these. As you can tell, these are white. His Jeep is black. I'll throw up a picture of it, but he basically was just gonna respray paint these, and I told him, like, look, hey, I've got a paint done now. You pay for the paint, I'll do all the prep work, and I'll paint them for free for you. I want to get some practice for the future. And he was like, all right, that's all good. So I went got the paint. He's paying me back for the paint. We're going to sand these down and get them painted. If you guys watched the last video when we used the Duplicolor blue paint, we picked up some of the same stuff, except for it's jet black, and we're also going to be spraying a clear coat with it. So it's gloss clear. The nice stuff about this Duplicolor paint, one, it's readily available. So I literally just went to AutoZone, got it, bought it, done. It was like 54, 55, somewhere in there. I think they're like 27 a piece, so it's like after taxes like 56 bucks. But picked up both of those. They're ready to spray. So literally you pour them in your gun, you spray it. Simple as that. But need to get these sanded. I'm gonna try and at least get 2 of them ready tonight. I can't paint them all at the same time, so I'm gonna try and get 2 ready, paint them, and then do the next ones the next day, because I can't paint them all at the same time. I don't have enough places to put them. But we're gonna sand. The front 2 are almost already done, so I'm just gonna do them first, and then we'll do the back ones. So I've got everything sanded. I went with 80 grit, and then I went back over with 180. I probably could go to a higher grit to make it more fine, but I am going to coat these in primer very fast. Just do a quick coat just to kind of cover everything. So I'm gonna wipe them down with mineral spirits right now. Just give it a quick wipe down. Go over with rattle can primer. Just very like dust coat, almost light coat. And then wipe it down again, and then go in with our paint. But you guys already watched the last video. You don't have to mix the paint anything. You just pour it in your paint gun. You're ready to go. So jump right into it. so it's the next day, and you guys know I'm brutally honest. If I fail at something, I'm going to tell you. I'm not just going to skip over it and then show you the ending and act like I did it right the first time. I did this wrong the first time. So I told you yesterday, guys, I sanded up to 180. That was true. I sprayed the primer, and I noticed that there was a little bit of texture in certain spots on the fender. I figured, oh, once it dries and I put some paint over it, it'll be fine to level out. And that's where I was wrong. As soon as I noticed that, I should have let it dry, grabbed some sandpaper, sanded it smooth, did another coat of primer, and then went on with my life. But me being me and being very impatient and very cheap and like, I don't want to waste any more primer, it's going to be fine. It wasn't fine, and now I've wasted half a quart of paint. So what was just a $4 can of primer has now turned into a $26, $27 quart of paint. And I already came out here, I sanded this one smooth. There was a lot of spots that had texture to it from the plastic, I'm guessing not being smooth enough. I don't know a lot about painting and things like that. Don't mind the thing of oil over here. I just changed the oil in the car. That's why that's there. But I noticed it in frame. But for whatever reason, like certain spots on this fender, it's almost like the plastic was almost absorbing the paint and the texture of the plastic was coming through. So I saved this one to show you guys. Let's get it out here in the daylight. So I don't really care if this gets wet or anything because I still have to sand it. But all these areas right here, you guys can tell, are all textured. I don't know why this happened. Doesn't mean there's spots like this, it's perfectly fine, that just have a lot of orange peel. But I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that is all over the fender flare. It's really bad down in here, and it's all over it. That's exactly how this one was. Now, I have completely sanded this one down by hand. I didn't use my orbital sander this time. I had smoothed this one down completely by hand, and there's not a rough part on it now. You can kind of see where all these areas were though. So what I'm going to do now, since I don't really have anything higher than 240, and yeah, I could go over that with 240, but I want to go up to like 800. So I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to buy some sandpaper. I'm going to buy up to probably like 1,000 grit sandpaper or 1,100. And I'm also going to buy a can of Rust-Oleum Turbo, the turbo cans of jet black. Since it is about the same color as this, I'm just going to use it to repaint these black instead of using the rest of that quart, because I'd rather spend $13 on a can of paint versus $27 on a quart of paint. My friend is reimbursing me for the quarts of paint, but it's not his fault that I was lazy and didn't do this the right way, so I'm not going to charge him the extra part where I messed up. So like I said in the beginning of this video, this is a very good learning curve, because in the future I would like to start color matching plastics and stuff on vehicles. I could possibly do that as a side business. So I need to learn things like this and how to do them, and I need to accept where I failed, and I failed with this. I was lazy. I didn't completely sand through the process. They say painting is 90% prep, 10% painting. I jumped to that 10% and I did probably 40% the first time. So there was a leftover 50% that I should have done that I was too lazy because I wanted to paint. I just wanted to do the fun part, and I didn't do the hard part before that, and I'm paying for it now. So I just want to let you guys know that I did fail with this. This is not where the video ends, of course. We are gonna completely finish these out and make them look good, but I just want to let you guys know when I fail, because I am human. I am just like one of you guys. I don't know what I'm doing, and I would rather fail and show you guys my failure and show you guys what to avoid. That way you can learn to do this yourself. The whole point in this channel is to inspire you guys to do your own work and not pay other people to work on your vehicles for you. There's so many truck influencers out there, automotive influencers, that don't work on their own vehicles. I'm not saying any names or anything like that, but they don't work on their own vehicles. They don't do their own lifts. They don't even change their own oil. They take it to a shop to do that, but yet they're an automotive influencer. They like the fact of vehicles, but they don't like the dirty work. I want to show you guys the dirty work and how to do it yourself, save some money, and teach yourself something. So we're gonna get some paint, we're gonna get some sandpaper. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I just got back home, went to Walmart. I got 2 big cans of just Lost Black spray paint and just did the first coat on the first fender. I got a couple different packs of sandpaper. One goes 80, 180, 400, 1500. When I got home, I completely hand sanded this. I've still got paint on my hands to prove it. I actually hand sanded the entire thing with 400, and I painted just this one. I want to see how this dries. I'm probably gonna do one more coat on top of it. The second coat I'm gonna shut the garage door so we don't have any wind or anything in here, but I just want to make sure that this stuff lays down good. This is all spray paint, so 110% just spray paint laid on there. Looks fantastic. So we're gonna let that dry. Something I got in the mail is a dent puller kit. So I ordered this on Amazon. I'll have a link to it down in the description. It's a slide hammer. You can put like acetone and stuff in it to break down the hot glue. But I'm gonna practice on this big old dent right here, if you guys can see it. I know you can see it from a distance, so yeah, there we go. You guys can see that dent right there. I'm gonna practice on that and just see if it can remove it. If so, we got some dents on here to remove, and we'll be all set. So the whole reason I got that is because I told you guys in the paint video we're doing something on a bigger scale. So got that to remove some dents and everything for some body work in the future. But I'm gonna practice with it, see if it works out. If it does, cool. If not, it was like 30 bucks, so oh well. Well, we got most of the dent pulled. I'm gonna keep working on it. The problem I run into is I'll get it to start popping out and then I pop this piece off. That's kind of the problem I had with the last dent puller. The last dent puller was something you put hot glue in the center and then you twisted a little knob and it slowly pulled the center out. The problem I ran into is it was constantly breaking the hot glue off. And it's pretty annoying when you're trying to, pull a dent that you have to keep cleaning off the surface and putting the hot glue on, because the hot glue just doesn't peel off very easily. But I've done 3 coats on the fender liner in here, and let me show you guys. So it is dry now, but I mean, honestly, like this could go probably on the Jeep just as it is. It laid great. Let me show you guys what I used. So these were $4 each at Walmart and worked great. It's got paint and primer, so it's a little bit thicker than a normal base coat, but like, guys, I haven't even wet sanded it or anything. You can see like reflection, great. And you can see the entire camera. It laid great. The only problem I ran into is that. So there's like little dust particles and fuzz. I'm guessing from, being in a garage and not wearing a paint suit, anything like that. So once this dries, I'm gonna wet sand it with that 1500 and then clear it once that's smooth. and then hopefully we're good. But I have to wait for this to dry completely, so I'll do all that tomorrow. But I'm giving this like an hour to dry right now. I'm gonna pull it off the stand. I'm going to repeat this entire process on this one. Like, for the fact that that is spray paint and this was paint out of an actual gun, this looks like shit compared to that. Like, honestly, like, this laid down great because of the color, but I mean, if I get that result with a spray paint done, why would I spend $27 on a paint can when I can spend $4 on a can of paint and then just clear coat over it with the gun? Which kind of gives me an idea. You guys know I plan on painting this in the future. What if we rattle canned the truck and then did a normal clear coat over it? Did like some crazy rattle can color and then clear coat over it. Gives me an idea. I might try on one of the axles first to see how that does. But I think that'd be pretty cool. Like, go to Walmart, just pick a crazy color and run with it. So, because I'll tell you guys now, the wheel setup we have coming with this, well, coming for this, it's already ordered everything. I'm waiting for it to get here. We'll go with whatever color we decide. I'll just tell you that much. So, super excited. But this battery's low. I've already showed you guys a lot of painting, a lot of sanding, everything like that. I'm going to pick you guys up tomorrow with the finished product. I'm going to stop boring you guys. Probably show you the end of the dent puller, but it's probably going to be a longer video already. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Well, it's days later. I think like 3 days since I last talked to you guys. And I have not had any luck with these Fender Flares. I don't know what it is, but the first time I ever used this Duplicolor paint, it worked great. I painted that fender. I didn't have a problem with it. I had a problem with the base coat. I think it was my fault. It didn't lay down right. I don't think I sanded enough. I took blame for that. Whatever. I spent probably 5 hours sanding these flares down to get them perfectly smooth. Not a single thing was wrong. I went from 80, 180, 400, 1000, 1500, 2000, 2500, perfectly smooth. I mean, I sanded my fingertips off. Get them in here, wipe them down, tack cloth, everything. I'm doing shit kind of right. I'm still in a garage, but I'm doing things as best as I can. I lay down clear, and this is what it does. It's on both of them. And it's all over too. It's not just like barely on it. It is all over it. What gets me is, like I said, I cleaned everything down. I laid down both coats of clear, didn't have a problem whatsoever. This one started to have a little spot, so I left it alone. I didn't spray anything else on it. This one, I waited 10 minutes and it didn't do anything. I sprayed the second coat on, now it does it. I can't catch a break, so I have to wait for these to dry now. Actually, already pretty dry. But I'm not spraying any more of this Duplicolor shit. I'm done with it. I now understand why the shit is only $27 pre-mixed whatever in the store, because it sucks. Laying the base on the fender, I didn't have a problem with it. Laid down fine, looked fine. The base coat color with these flares sucked. Clear coat sucked. Now, I'm sure there's me someone in these comments that is telling me I'm doing something wrong. You are probably 100% correct, but there's no reason that spray paint should be working better than this. That spray paint isn't giving me these problems, which I'm just going to spray these with clear. So, in the next little bit, I'm going to run to Walmart. I'm going to get some clear coat, some more base, because I mean, honestly, this shit has worked great. Like, big props to Rust-Oleum. This shit was $4 a can, and it has sprayed fantastic. So these are the other two that I just got finished wet sanding. I did base on this and then wet sanded up to 2500, full soap, water, wet sand, and I mean, it's perfectly smooth. I washed them, so we got the dish soap off. I still have to completely sand down these and paint, but I'm doing all clear on them. I don't care, because I'm not messing with this shit anymore. Luckily, when we do our bigger scale, oh, where's my hand? There we go. Our bigger scale in the next couple weeks, I'm gonna order one, a nicer gun, and two, we're gonna be using nicer paint. We're not gonna be using this cheap shit. I'll tell you now, I spent over $600, almost $700 on paint and clear. So we have like actual good stuff, not this. Hopefully it goes over better. So I'm sorry this video is dragged on so long, guys. I don't want to end this video without showing you guys the final product. So I'll just throw in some B-roll of the final product at the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This is the whole reason I haven't posted in almost a week now. I was like, yay, we're all back on track, and this video was supposed to take like 2 days, and it's taken almost a week now. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to show some love and some gratitude, go down, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.